Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and safe away from COVID-19. I want to provide you with another market update, let you know how well the market is doing. Statements from Federal Chairman Jerome Powell yesterday really lifted the market up. Then that was followed up by positive Moderna trial testing, phase 1 trial testing, I should say, of its COVID-19 vaccine. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about all of that. Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Zachary Shelton Jr., and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Warwick Advisors. We are a wealth management and investment management firm located in Orlando, Florida, with clients all across the United States. If this is your first time coming to my channel or seeing one of our videos, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please like this video. Please share this video so they can help us increase the financial literacy of our globe. Additionally, I'd like to offer you a free financial planning cheat sheet. If you're interested in this financial planning cheat sheet, please leave a comment below and I'll send it over to you. It'll give you a snapshot of what your financial health is as of today. As well, it'll give you an asset allocation that you can use during these economic times that we are in right now. So I want to go ahead and jump into it and give us a quick conversation, quick update about the market and all the performance and everything that is going on right now. So yesterday, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says that a full economic recovery might not happen without a vaccine. And this is something that I've been talking about and sharing with a lot of my clients ever since all of this has come out, ever since I would say mid to late February, that we are in a health-related induced recession right now, and we're going to have to satisfy what caused that recession in order to move forward from it. Right now, the markets are trading higher and moving up, but it's trading based upon economic stimulus. Up until this point, I should say, all the positive that we've seen in the market has been about all the stimulus and all the free money that is in the market, and it hasn't really been about the fundamentals and economics of the market. Right now, our fundamentals are not the greatest. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but this is positive news to see that the Fed chairman understands that no matter how much stimulus you throw at it, it's not going to prevent us from going into a recession and having troubled days ahead. So he mentioned while he sees a rebound coming in the second half of the year, that a full recovery is really not expected to happen without a vaccine. And I believe most people believe that. Most people understand that. The biggest fear is that we'll have another surge of coronavirus cases as the country begins to reopen, and potentially this fall, when it's typical flu season, if we haven't combated COVID-19 and got that under wraps, a mixture of that and the flu can really cause wreak havoc on our economy in our country from a health standpoint and from a financial standpoint. So some of the good news that happened this morning: Moderna reported positive data on their early stage testing of the coronavirus vaccine that they're producing. This caused their shares to fly high off the charts early this morning. In tandem with the news and the positive tone that we received from the Fed chairman, this news right here sent the market skyrocketing up. And in the middle of the day, we were trading up about 3.5% on all the major indices. The VIX, the volatility index, traded down and is a little bit lower. It's much lower than it was back in the mid-March and April timeframe, but it still shows that there is some volatility in the market. We haven't pulled all the way back down to the teens, between that range of 18 to 12 to 18 in the VIX, where we really see where there's not any volatility at all. So we still understand that there is some fear and there's still some contagion out there in the market. But right now, if we continue to move in this step, in the direction that we're going in with finding a vaccine for the virus, whether it's through Moderna or through one of the other pharmaceutical companies, I think this is going to really allow the markets to have a runway to open up. And as you can see from this chart here, the Moderna stock really popped earlier today, and it's been moving on an upward trajectory ever since the beginning of March, which a lot of people started shifting over into the biotech in the healthcare industry from an investment standpoint, understanding that in order for us to truly move forward and rectify everything that we have going on financially, that we would need to see some support, some strength, and something magnificent come from the healthcare industry, specifically come from the biotech industry. So as of today, the stock is up 25%. If you look at it from a technical standpoint, the RSI is a little bit over 80. It looks like it's creeping, heading up towards 90, which says that this stock is severely overbought with this, run up that we see here at the right side of the chart. So it's a very, very possible that over the next, several days or so, we may see some softness in the stock as it begins to recede and pull back a little bit. However, if the fundamentals and the data continues to be positive around the next phase of their testing of these, the vaccine, that's only going to provide more upward support for the stock to move up higher. And I know a lot of people always say, hey, I have FOMO. I didn't get in on this right away. I didn't get in on it in April or early in March and things of that area, and I may miss out, and this may not be the best time to get in. It's very true, it may not be the best time to get in, but that's what firms like mine are here for. We can help you dollar cost average into certain positions like this to help smooth out that choppiness. Or you can also look at playing this a different way. In the next chart, this is the IBB, which is the iShares Biotech Sector Index Fund. So this fund right here is tracking many of those biotechnology pharmaceutical companies that are out there. And it's not the only one. There are several ETFs that track it, but this is just for, example, just for an example, I should say. If you were to get into this ETF, you would literally be owning the whole sector of the biopharmaceutical industry. And any possible pops that you can see, you can inch into this and you'll be able, to reap those benefits. So that's just another way to potentially play it. Lastly, where we are right now, looking at this next chart, the S&P 500 more than likely is going across this 200-day moving average today. If it continues this strength that we're seeing right now, it's going to break through that support line, which is, I believe, was around 29.30 or 29 and change somewhere on there. As of right now, it's trading at 29.54. The S&P is. So if it continues to hold this strength and move forward, it's going to break through that support line and have some positive momentum and tailwinds to continue going up from there. The other thing that we saw take place over the last week, and I've been talking about this with the increased amount of inflation that we may see in our economy, is we've seen an increase in crude oil prices. Now, crude oil is still really low. Gas prices are still really low on a national average across our country. However, as crude oil begins to rise and as oil companies and the supply of oil, I guess, starts to be disrupted a little bit with more people going back to work and it becomes normalized again, I should say. That would be better than disrupted. But as crude oil starts to normalize, as demand starts to normalize, we should see more of a rise in the price of crude oil, which we have thus far. When this does rise, though, gas prices rises, and this will act as a de facto tax on all the citizens of this country. Now, that is something that may not be too bad. We don't see, a spike happening significantly or hyperinflationary prices in crude oil, but it is something worth noting. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please like this video. Please share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. Thank you so much and have a great day.